Day 142. Good morning. We spent a lazy day yesterday. Just the only time we left was to go to walk, get stuff to eat, and came back. We didn't even go shopping or resupplying or anything yesterday because it's a few miles down, and we're like, screw, we gotta head that way to get back to the trail anyway. So we might as well hitch there, and then from there just keep going to the trail instead of hitching there, having to hitch back, and then hitch back there again the next day. I'm like, man, we don't get very many zeros, actual zeros. Let's take advantage of it and not go all the way down there. So we still have to deal with the resupply going on. And then we have to get to the next town, Unionville, before the post office closes, because 12 has some new insoles and tips for her trekking poles. Both of them broke, and they're not easily replaceable like mine are. Turns out Black Diamond has very tapered tips that don't work on any other tips, and only Black Diamond ones seem to work on it. So there was that annoyance, because we found tips, nice brand new ones, but they would not fit on her poles. So I've been letting her use my poles because she needs them more than I do. Yeah, so for the past 3 or 4 days, she's been using mine. It'll be nice to get them back because my top half feels like it's doing absolutely nothing while I hike. So we should be able to take care of all that today, and then tally ho, we head down the trail as we go. Other than that, I don't know where our next stop is. There's little food stops along the way every 30-ish miles or so. So we're going to load up here at the grocery store with the stuff that's harder to find. And then just supplement as we go so we don't have to carry too much. Sure, it doesn't mean we have to go into damn near every town, but you know what? I'd rather go into every town than carry an extra few days of food on my back. I'm getting lazy in my old age. He'll kick it here for just a little bit more, coagulate our PCs a bit, and then get the hell on down the road, man. I'll see you guys out on the trail or maybe at a grocery store. Who knows? Interesting things happen all around. But I'll see you there. Wait, unplug this lamp. Just freaking us out. See, this hotel did give us some really interesting things. They have these prepackaged toothpastes. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Like, I wasn't even going to use it, but I was like, why not? On my way out. I'd carry it with me all just for the joke. There was a dude that I hiked with on the PCT. Didn't have a trail name. I tried to give one, but it didn't stick. Rarely do I try. But he had one even smaller than this that he carried around as like a little gag about how ultra light he is. Like, yeah, this is my toothpaste. But it was like half the size of this, if not smaller. Cute. We tried hitching up there for a moment, but everybody's coming up over a rise, so they can't really see us until last moment. So we tried there for like 10 minutes. So we're going down here around the corner because they have time to see us from where we're at right now and a place to pull over. So we're going to try our luck there. If not, it's only 2.5 miles to the grocery store I just checked. It's not horrible. I don't want to do it, but I will. Got to ride up to the shop, right? Very expensive place. Not happy with them. They didn't even have a store card that we could scan. Like you would have to fill out their stuff and whatnot in a separate line. It just wasn't worth it. So, it cost me a couple bucks, but I'm lazy. But yeah, I didn't like that about them. They didn't have the stuff we wanted. No, the stuff we really wanted, they did not have. So that sucks. I've got no fuel. We've got no Nido, which is our powdered milk stuff we're using. Really liking it. So I've got very little fuel for coffee. That's all I'm saving it for. Dinners are going to be cooked over an open fire. Coffee is where the fuels will be saved. Maybe we'll run by something that hasn't. I doubt it. That's the way it is in small towns. We got to try to get back to the trail. One more stop. And then back to the trail. So that fine gentleman was one step. Yeah, and we already know a one step. At least I do. Hey, one step, how you doing, buddy? But this is another one step. He gave us a ride. He happened to be headed here. He's going to be doing some hiking off in another direction. Dropped us back off where we started. And we're going to sit here, have a little safety meeting on safety bench. And then get a hiking. Thanks, brother. You're supposed to look over as we wave. He didn't even look over. Whatever. Gotta look over, man. It means something. All right. Let's chill and then walk a little bit. Fortunately and unfortunately, they have $8.50 for a small can. We're going to share it to get us to the next town. There was a hiker box in there. But none of the hiker boxes I've come across lately actually have fuel in them. Well, few, and if they do, it's very little amounts. Not surviving the way I want to be on it, but you know, hey. We're not really in a trail town anyway. The last town we were at was definitely not a trail town. Trail goes all around it, but it's still far enough and inconvenient enough to where it's not a trail town. Kind of interesting the trail runs through here, but like there's no trail leading to it. Like not enough people have walked through here to carve a trail yet. But the grass just grows that fast. You see kind of a dead spot. And we're off. Alright, that took a while. It's 1:20 in the afternoon. We had stuff we had to do. 12 Hesta had to call Osprey and do a bunch of stuff. You know, she's having back problems, so gotta get that taken care of. And sure, we could have done it on our days off, but that was our day off, man. You know, we want to do as little as possible. It was nice not even going to get a resupply. Because that's, you know, when you don't have a car, that's hours. It takes a couple hours. It was nice to just frickin' lay around and watch movies. Since that was technically our first 0 in, you know, over 2 weeks, and we felt we deserved it. We'll have to do one again, you know, where we take 2 nights off at one whole day. And again, maybe somewhere that has good Wi-Fi, because I was able to make every video I have into an actual video, you know, all my clips. So I have 15 of them stored in my phone, I think it is, maybe 16. But I couldn't get any of them out. I let one go overnight and it got to like 9%, so I gave up on that. There was a place across the street with decent Wi-Fi. We had lunch there. But, you know, I wasn't going to leave my phone there overnight. I thought about it, but the risk versus reward. Thought I could just stash in the bushes plugged into my battery pack. Let it go all night using the Wi-Fi, but just in case. So they'll be somewhere else. They're already made. So all I have to do is, you know, release them. That's a lot less work. Most of it's done at this point. But I still have plenty of room in my phone, so it's not a stressor. Nice to actually have that amount of work done. Lord knows how far we're going. But yeah, that's 1 o'clock already. We're not making it to Unionville in time to get our package from the post office. So that's a tomorrow thing. I don't know how far away, but I can definitely hear a lot of people having a good time in this direction. It's pretty far away. It's just carrying in on the wind. I thought it was weird birds at first. Looking up there is a big old lake over here. I want to say Lake Marcia. I don't know, something like that. I'm glad the wind is moving. It's not much of a breeze, but enough to where it isn't stagnant. Rained on and off here for the past 2 days, so make no mistake that it's humid. Enhance. This is the observation deck. I do not remember going in that tower last time, which tells me that it was inconvenient to get to. Yeah, I'm not walking all the way over there. That looks far. So 12 really wants to go up to that tower. I'm not so into it. I may or may not. But so far I've opted to just sit at the bottom, have a safety meeting, and have her tell me about it. It's 0.2 off the trail, and we're not sure if it's open or closed. Reading the comments, a lot of them say it's open, a lot of them say it's closed. But, for the same days, on the 2 comments on a Thursday, one will say open, one will say closed. So I have no idea of their hours of operation. And I don't want to walk a half mile, part of it being uphill, to walk up some stairs to see a view of something I don't really care about the view of, to be honest. I mean, it sounds like an asshole thing. I'm supposed to be appreciative of all these views, but not when I gotta go walk to some man-made tower. If it was on the trail, yeah, that'd be another thing, but walking a half mile, yeah. I could be sitting on my butt instead, so I think that's what I'm gonna opt to do. Guess I can't see her anymore. She opted to walk. I'm hoping it's unlocked for her. But yeah, I've been in a tower or 2 in my time. They're not all that exciting. Maybe if I could sleep up in it or something cool like that. Now, I wanted to get inside the Lady of the Mountain, but I've never been inside of a giant lady before. So that would have been a whole different thing. We could have done some Spaceballs themed stuff or something. Climb out of her nose, because she did have big nostrils that were open. Definitely stuff could come out of her nose. So yeah, I'm just going to kick it down here and give her, I'm figuring if it is open, it'll be like 45 minutes before I see her again. I'd take a nap, but it's already getting later in the day. But I might take a nap. Ooh, let's see if I have service. Probably not, but yeah, give me something to do. Well, the tower was open. 12 went to the top, had a great time. I sat down here, watched YouTube, and had a safety meeting, and I had a great time. She said it felt like more than 291 steps to the top. But that's what's written on something somewhere. No views to the top. All the windows are up really high, so she couldn't see out of them. And they're that really old glass that's all just jacked up and you can't see through it. Look like a prison cell at the top. There are bars and everything. Glad I didn't go, and I could see what it looked like. Win-win. Bunch of weird mounds of rocks. People stacked all of these. Man, that's a lot of effort to pile these rocks. Bunches of piles of them all up in here. It's a lot of effort, and I just can't fathom why. I don't see this ever being farmland because there's still plenty of rocks. You are not tilling this soil. It looks like maybe a wall was built at one point. Yeah. Well, a definite wall up there. Or foundation or something, I don't know. And tons and tons of these just running off into the wild. So we see on the map that in about 3 miles there's something called the Secret Cabin. Ooh, has potable water and a door. Oh, freaking fancy, huh? And since we haven't really seen any hikers ahead of us today, there's a possibility that it would just be ours. Oh, damn, these are some big boulders. Tell me these ones were already here. They just built the wall up to them. Not often you see a harvestman actually eating. This one's been fighting this beetle for a minute. The beetle's still alive. The harvestman is coming back. And he bit onto its neck and they've been kind of rolling around and then they stopped. So, yeah. Come on, guys, fight again. There we go. Oh, get it. Never seen him drag around prey before, you know, something that big anyway. Oh, strength for those skinny little legs. Anyway. Every tree has a private property sign on it. Well, luckily I read the comments at this shelter because at first it said it had a spigot. But when you scroll down the comments, they say bring your own water. So luckily I read that before I passed the last water. That's just stupid. I thought I was going back into the woods. Oh, here's the road to the secret cabin. I can see why it's so secret. This road's almost invisible. We have made it. There's multiple cabins, so we get to choose. We're gonna go shopping around, see what we like. Oh, multiple privies too, huh? Interesting. Not what I was expecting at all. Oh, very high ceilings.
Oh, actually a decent place.
Used to have electricity and water here, but here's turned off. What, a thermostat? What's it regulating? There's nothing. Hey. Rumor has it this used to work. I see water next to it. Nope. Let's go check out the other one. Oh, this one's got 2 stories. Okay, this is the better one.
They have a scale to hang your bag. Wow.
Interesting. Oh, Falling Down, that was a really good movie. Damn, this tree's infested. All the way up. So yeah, I'm going to be swinging between these two. Somebody else has here before. The grass is all matted down, but it's about the only swinging trees around. So I'm going to take them. So we got Camp Crawler going. 12 set up over here. We're going to hang out on the porch. Do our thing. Have a little safety meeting. Or a very long safety meeting. And we get to sleep in because we have to go to the post office tomorrow, and town is only, the entrance to it is only 2 miles away. So it does not behoove us to wake up early. We're forced to sleep in. Well, we were going to do movie night and hang out in there, but there's too damn many mosquitoes to enjoy ourselves. So while we were laying there, they ate my feet. And I was like, okay, I give up. I'm going to go back and retire. Hey, camp crawler. Oh, I'm so itchy. Listen to how crazy those bugs sound. Anyway, I'm crashing out. Good night. See you in the morning.